Okay, once again, a very good afternoon to all of you. Introduce myself. My name is Jun Kit from Phillip Nova, and today we would be going through a guide on using free Phillip MT5 trading tools. So once again, thank you very much for joining us here today, and we definitely hope that this session would be of benefit for you. Okay, before we start this session, I'd just like to go through this disclaimer quickly. Everything that will be gone through during this session is only for education purposes only. Like, we aim to educate you about the features of our platform, and none of the things that we go through today would constitute as any investment advice, as it does not take into consideration your personal investment objectives, financial situation, risk appetite, and etc. Okay, so once we have had that disclaimer mentioned, I'd like to present to you the outline of today's session. So once again, the aim of this session is to introduce you, in case for some of you who are still not aware of some of the trading tools that you can use on your Phillip MT5 platform. So I would start off by introducing to you Trading Central trading tools, and also Acuity Signal Center trading tools. So these are the two main trading tools that is offered on our platform. Then we would go through a guide on how to download these plugins, and a bit of spoiler ahead. It's actually pretty easy lah. So this segment here will be quite short, and also we would be demonstrating how you can launch and navigate these trading tools on your Phillip MT5 platform. And ultimately, we will show you how you can, from one of this trading tool called Acuity Signal Center, from this EA itself, you can straight away place a ticket, place an order to your Phillip MT5. Okay, and also we'd like to set a context before we go further. This session will only be explaining on the tools that we have. So if you're completely new to the Phillip MT5 platform, we will not be going through the platform navigation of Phillip MT5. So if you'd like to find out how to navigate the MT5 platform, you may go to our website, which I will show you briefly on how you can find some useful resources on navigating the Phillip MT5 platform. But for today, mostly it's for existing clients who are interested to take their trading to the next level within this platform. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our latest edition of trading tool. It's called the Signal Center by Acuity. Okay, so all that I'm going to go through today, they would come as a form of EA in your Phillip MT5. Okay, so the Acuity Signal Center is a plugin-based MT5 trading tool that help to generate trading ideas using a combination of AI and human-led analysis. So essentially what it does, it helps you to simplify your decision-making process before you place a trade. Okay, so it combines a human-led analysis with powerful AI technology to conduct a deep analysis on the markets, while drawing on professional trading expertise from actual or technical analysts to deliver transparent trade ideas that support novice and advanced traders. Okay, so Signal Center is actually authorized and regulated by the UK Financial Conduct Authority, the UK FCA. So be rest assured that the source of these trade signals that you get are under strict scrutiny, and they are in compliance in London. Okay, so a few benefits that we would say for this new trading tool is, firstly, clear calls to action. Each trading idea that you will see consists of clear target levels, confidence rating, as well as they will receive continuous updates. Okay, and secondly, they are all very transparent strategies. So behind every level's strategy that they put out, they would come with a few lines of expert analysis, and accompanied with the strategies behind them, the rationales behind this kind of trade idea. And also, thirdly, we have performance monitoring. So the performance of every signal is monitored and translated into confidence rating of each new signal. Okay, so these are just in theory, or the features that I'm saying, but later in the platform demonstration, I'll go in deeply and to let you see how useful it can actually be for you. Okay, so that is the Acuity Signal Center, which is the latest edition of our tools. So I'd like to share more about these Trading Central tools, which have been with us quite a while. So we'd also like to take this chance to raise awareness on it. The first is the Trading Central Market Bus. It basically helps you solve the infobasicity problem. So in short, it's actually a news aggregator lah. So let's say you're looking to do some fundamental analysis on Forex or stock CFD or commodities. You will come to this place where it uses AI also to aggregate the different news, all the news that they can find on the internet or various sources, and they present it in a way that it's very helpful for you to analyze what people are talking, what is buzzing at any given moment. Okay, and then under Trading Central, there is also another TA tool. It's called the Trading Central Technical Views. So this is a proprietary pattern recognition that constantly monitors the market to offer you with actionable trading plans, based on the Trading Central's award-winning methodologies lah. Okay, so TC will have a global team of expert market technicians to present and validate all analytical output to ensure that what you see on your platform would be the best analysis. Okay, so a plus point for this is that, let's say you're a technical analyst yourself, you've done your own research and technical analysis. This would always come in as a good second opinion to validate your own trading idea lah. So before you place a trade, that your own trading technical analysis is validated by a team of professional technical analysts as well. Okay, so as you can see from the screenshot here, for most of the contracts on Phillip MT5, you could just pull on this EA to the chart, and you would see a rough commentary here. So these are updated very frequently, some one time a day, some even a few times a day, depending on what chart you're looking at. Okay, so for example, here you can see it says that the Euro USD is on a downside trend. Okay, and they would also say the preference is to put short position below 1.067, and they would also give an alternate scenario, in case the trend changes. So some of the levels you can take a look at, they will also be included in this short commentary. Okay, so that is a brief introduction. I don't want to spend too much on here because it basically feels like theory. So right now, I'd like to show you how you can find out more about all these tools yourself. So I'll go on to share my screen on the browser. Hold on. Okay, so I believe you're seeing a screen of the Phillip Nova website right now. So this is our website homepage. To find out more about these trading tools, I would encourage you to come under this tab here, platform, Phillip MetaTrader 5 suite. Come on here. Okay, so this is the general page for our trading platform. If you scroll down further, you would realize some information about the tools that we have. Okay, so for instance, this is a Trading Central indicators. Okay, and then the way you download it is simply by clicking on this button. Then it would guide you to the download page. And within a few simple process, your tool will be up and running. So these are all plugins to your MT5 trading platform. Okay, so this one here, you could also see some of the description regarding this, and the download link is also here. So also do note that the download driver, the download link for both Trading Central indicators and Trading Central market bus, they are the same link. So with just one download, you'll be able to access all the features under Trading Central, which I'll demonstrate to you briefly shortly later. Okay, and then this Signal Center powered by Acuity. So because this is new, we are so particularly excited to share this with you. Right. Okay. So today we would be going through the step-by-step download of how to download this feature. Okay. So how you can see how to download is by clicking on this button here, download Acuity Signal Center plugin, and also look at the user guide. So once I click on this, I should be brought to a new PDF. Okay, so this PDF here, it is a very simple. Okay, so the step one. So before you install, you need to make sure that your Phillip MT5 is logged on to the same server. So it has to be logged on to Phillip Futures, our server. So that you'll be entitled to this, because there are many MT5 brokers out there, but we are the first and only broker in Singapore to offer this Acuity Signal Center. So do make sure that you are logged onto our server before you attempt to download. So once that is done, you could easily install the Acuity Signal Center by clicking on this link, this very link here. Okay, so once you click, give it a couple seconds download, and once you launch the download file, then a pop-up window will appear. So it should look something like this. You click next, and then it will prompt you to select the location. As normally this should be under the Phillip MT5 drive lah. So you just click install. So tada, yeah, that's all. So it's congratulations, you've done installing it. So all you have to do now is to restart your MT5 platform. Okay, and once you restart your MT5 platform, you would be able to see this signal center trade ideas under your navigator panel, which I would hop onto now to my MT5 platform. Okay, this is the MT5 platform. So how you can look at the trading tools, the plugins that you have downloaded is by going under your navigator panel here on the left side. Go to Expert Advisor, expand it. Then you will see both the tools, Signal Center Trade Ideas and Trading Central. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to demonstrate Signal Center Trade Ideas first. Double click on it, press OK. And in this portion, you would like to allow algo trading right here. Okay. So once you launch, it will take a couple seconds. Oh, let me adjust my screen sharing option. Okay, so a pop-up window would appear like this. Okay, so welcome to Signal Center Trade Ideas. For the demonstration purpose, I would maximize this window. So what you see here on your page is actually a list of trade ideas that is generated every day. Okay, so these trade ideas would range from various asset classes, you know, from Forex to commodities, to energy, and even to stock CFD. Okay, so this is so those that you see that are in color, so these are still active. It's either they the pending order has not triggered, or they are in live trade. Okay, so those that are expired, that means the price target did not achieve, they will come under below expired, or some may have been closed for a profit or a loss. Okay, so let's look at each of these trade idea first. Oh wait, sorry, before that, I'd just like to share with you that there are two views that you can look at. So this is the tile view. Okay, so each tile you can see the symbol name, AUS 200. You can see the trade idea that are proposing sell limit. You would know the confidence level, 60%. You would know the entry level, the target level, as well as the stop level. Okay, so from here we will see that it is pretty comprehensive. But if you hop onto another view right here, which is the list view, you will see it even more clearly lah. Okay, so all this the market is written here, the direction that the trade idea is suggesting, the direction here, entry level, target level, stop level, and it would also indicate to you the duration. So from our experience, most of the trade ideas on Forex, they tend to be intraday lah. So that means if the trade ideas published today, they would tend to have an expiry date of tomorrow. Okay, and this is the duration. And for stock CFD, which we also have, they tend to be a short term lah. So let's say trade ideas published today, it would only expire sometime like a month later. So it really depends. Okay, so this confidence level is pretty interesting. So the confidence level is derived from the individual analysts, because you know all these ideas, they are generated by human analysts as well as with the help of AI. So all these individual analysts, they would have a track record, you know, of their own trade ideas. So this actually measures the past 10 trade ideas that they've issued, and you know, to determine the likelihood of them, you know, closing in profit. So that is where or how the confidence level was derived. Okay, and the status is of course the different sell ideas like sell limit, buy limit, and etc. Okay, so I'd like to dive deeper into this trade idea. So let's say look at this pair right here. Okay, so from here it'd be much clearer, right? You see that the things like the current price where the trade idea was issued, the buy limit, entry price, the target, stop, and confidence. So basically these are the information that we can see from outside. But what you cannot see from outside is definitely the chart. So the chart, it illustrates perfectly like what a buy limit mean. Because, for some of us who are just starting, we buy limit, buy stop, or sell limit, sell stop, they could be really confusing. So with the help of this tool, you'd be able to visualize very clearly. So buy limit, you know that you'll be buying at a price below the current market price, and it'd be a bright buy order, so the target should be higher. Okay, so with this, it's very intuitive that you would see. And also with every trade idea that they issue, like the target level and the stop loss level, it is never riskier than a risk reward ratio of 1 to 3. So for every one, 1 to 2. So for every one part of risk that you're taking, you'd be looking at least 2 part of reward. So this is the risk management measures that they have also incorporated in their trading idea. Okay, so for accountability's sake, you would also see when these trade ideas are published. So you see this is published yesterday, and it would be set to expire today lah. And then do note that this timing here, it is not Singapore timing, it is UTC plus 3, which is exactly the same timing as the MT5 platform. Okay, so the MT5 platform runs on the timing of UTC plus 3, and the timing that you see here in this tool actually is the same, okay, as the same as that lah. And down here, you would see the short commentary by the technical analyst from a single center. They would say things like, outlook's bullish, and the trading inside a bullish ascending wedge, and dip would continue to attract buyers and also lah. So for every trade idea, of course, the commentary will be a bit different. And if you look through all the trade ideas, you have to find it's actually pretty insightful. Okay, so within this page, it also shows you some of the upcoming volatility events that would potentially stir some movement in this particular contract that we're looking at. Okay, and also this final portion here is just to give you a bit more idea of what are the potential resistance and support levels if you wish to do more study on your own. Okay, so at this point, I would just like to point your attention to this button here, Trade Now. Okay, so in the normal EAs, like prior when we onboard this, whatever trade idea that you see from an EA, you have to formulate your own actionable idea on it, and then go back to your MT5 platform and input all the specific levels yourself. But with Acuity Signal Center, it makes it so easy for you to follow these trade ideas with a click of a button, literally. Okay, so you trade here. So what you see here is an order ticket popping up, right? So this order ticket, which is directly linked to MT5, it shows you the contract that you're looking at, the type of order, which is a pending order, and is a buy limit order. The volume would always start from the minimum tradable volume. So once again, it's for risk management. In case you accidentally place a trade, at least it's the minimum. So from here, you can adjust your own volume that you like to trade. And they have also included the entry price, stop loss price, and take profit price. And then it also states the expiration date of this trade idea. Okay, so yeah, so basically that is all the information that you need to place a trade order. So from here, all you have to do is just to press place order. Okay, you will see that order was created successfully. If you want to verify that, you go back to your MT5 platform, go to your trade. Okay, you will see that a pending order is already placed, right? So we think that this is an amazing feature, and we think that our customers would like it. So we would highly encourage you to try this feature. And it is okay, so that is it. So just hop on quickly back to this tool. So just like to share a bit, because these ideas, they are generated by the office in Europe. So do take in mind that the trade ideas tend to come in sometime like around 2 p.m. in the afternoon is when the Europe market starts. So what we are seeing here is like a trade ideas from yesterday, but from like 2 p.m. onwards, you should be seeing the trade ideas that renew daily for the day. Okay, and also just to share a bit, this interface that I'm showing, especially this trading idea, it is a new update for this trading tool. So for some of you who have already downloaded this prior, you may not look at the trading ticket as it is this way, as this is a new implementation that it is in the final stage of rolling out. So in a couple of, I think probably by next week when we update it, your trading tool would also look like this. So that is the reason the reason is also because we've rolled this out for only like a couple months, and we are constantly receiving feedback from you to see how we can improve better. So hence we'll be updating this from time to time. Okay, so that is the tradings. That is the Acuity Signal Center. So aside from that, I'd also like to share with you on another trading tool called the Trading Central tools. So the Trading Central tools, it comes in two segments here. First is the Trading Central indicators, right? So if you expand on the indicators, you would see Trading Central. If you expand further again, you can see there's a list of tools here. But for today, I'd like to demonstrate a bit on this Analyst View. Okay, so you drag and drop it here, press OK. Okay, so here you would see that this is what I was talking about. So just a drag of a button, then you would see the pivot point, the support levels that they're looking at, the resistance levels that they're looking at. So essentially what we see here, this trade idea, I think it says that as long as the prices is below this pivot point of 10605, the trend remains bearish. Okay, so they also include some pointers here, and also a bit of commentary about like RSI is showing downside momentum and all that. So this it features is available on all the contracts. So whichever contract that you pull, you'd be able to see commentaries like this. So once again, if you do your own technical analysis, it would be good to come here to seek a second professional opinion before you place a trade, to increase your own confidence level. Okay, so that is it for this Trading Central. So to remove this EA, you simply have to right click here and delete indicators window. Delete. Okay, that is done. So now I'd like to point you to the next tool under Trading Central, which is which appears near Signal Center Trade Ideas under Expert Advisor. So similarly, you can drag and drop. Okay. So just give it a couple seconds to load. Okay, so for the demonstration purpose, I would also enlarge it. So once you load this, you would realize that there are 3 tabs up here. Okay, so I would like to point your attention to the second tab here, which is the Economic Insight. So we know that MT5 itself, it has like the economic calendar. It is very helpful. Right now, maybe my connection is bad, so the calendar isn't populating. But we know that the calendar itself in MT5, it's helpful. It gives us the economic calendar, like what are the upcoming events, how important they are, and actual forecasts and previous values. But how can we take it to another level? It is by this trading tool we have here, Economic Insight under Trading Central. It shows you there are various tabs here. So we would go for the recent and next. So under this first tab, you would see what are the upcoming economic event and how much of an impact they would have on any currency pair. So there are many type of filters here. You can sort them by the level of importance. So let's say we try going for the high importance. So for the high importance, we know that upcoming, we have this data called the retail sales, and by their measure, this kind of events normally would stir a volatility of 56.29 pips in 4 hours past all these events. So I think this would give you a much clearer picture, more nuanced picture of how the economic calendar functions and how each of these events mean to your trading. Okay, so aside from this recent and next, you could also filter them by today, tomorrow, this week, next week. So depending on your trading horizon, and there are many other features, or depending on what currency you want to trade, you can also filter them to geographical region. Okay, so that is the Economic Insight. Would move on to the TC Market Bus, which happens in the third tab here. Okay, excuse me for a minute. Okay, so that was the Economic Insight. We'll come to the TC Market Bus, which is essentially a news aggregator. because when we want to research on certain stocks or indices or commodities, there's so many news out there. When you Google, there are various sources. Go on Twitter, but how do we know if these are reliable sources? Okay, so once you have launched here, you would see that there are many kind of contracts or asset classes that you can look at. So you can go to stocks. So just to explain what this means, so this is called market bus, right? So all you see here in each of the individual bubbles, they actually mean a single contract. So the bigger the bubble, that means the more buzzing it is. And how they define buzzing is by the news volume that they've been able to detect on the internet. Okay, so you can go to various kind of asset classes here. And what I like to show you is these themes here, where we highlight to you a specific watch list, the watch list that you look at. Okay, so you can go to here, Phillip Nova. So once you come to this watch list, right, all the bubbles that you see here, they are all the contracts that are available on Phillip MT5. Okay, so you see the bigger the bubbles, that means the higher the news volume. Of course, you can also sort them by the past 24 hours, the past 7 days, and the past 30 days. So that is definitely up to you. So if we zoom in further, so let's say we look at Tesla. So just by hovering over it, you see that currently it has 154 publications in the past 24 hours. You click on it. And what you will see here is the panel. It tells you the first column here, or the first box here, tells you the news volume has actually dipped a little bit, and it is like 27% lower, below average, in the past 24 hours compared to the 7 days average. So you know that recently that the news has been decreasing on this. There's a bit of less buzz. And on this second portion here, it's split. It tells you the split between the news that are on social media like Twitter and the remaining 94% that is on different news portals. Okay, and here it performs a trend analysis. So it says that the price may fall. It gives you here is also explains how what this means like more detail. Okay, so at your own time you can go through each of this and you'd be able to learn what they mean. Okay, and also in this portion, they will tell you what are the most discussed topics at the same time. So you will see here, a lot of articles that are talking about price target decrease, price target initiative. So all these, they are aggregated by AI technology. Okay, so it saves us the time and trouble to screen through thousands of articles that are out there. Okay, so right here, it also collates all the related news or tweets about Tesla, about this particular stock right here. Okay, so at this place, right, you see news from various reliable sources like Channel News Asia, Yahoo, and many other reliable news sources lah. So it would be a one-stop place for you to do your fundamental analysis mostly. Okay, so I think in the interest of time, I'd like to do a quick wrap up of what we have covered today. So what we have covered today is basically the different tools that are available on Phillip MT5. So as you can also tell, the tools vary across your journey from like a technical analysis all the way to, from fundamental analysis, the trade generation idea, all the way to complementing your own technical analysis lah. So it will be a comprehensive place for you to do your study as well as to validate your trading idea. And if you're even, you don't have time, like most of us, to do our own analysis, that is where the Acuity Signal Center comes in, where, you just hop on there, you look at the trade idea that, the Signal Center have put out. With a click of a button, you confirm the trade, and therefore you've already placed a trade idea. People have already done the study for you, and with a click of a button, you can already copy that trade idea into your MT5. Okay, so we hope that gives a very good overview of the trading tools that we have on MT5, and we would highly encourage you to go to our website and to read more about it and to download. And also, more importantly, after this webinar, we would be sharing with you a follow-up email, which consists of the recording of this session, as well as a few of the links that you can straight away click on the link and you would download the tools on your platform. Okay, so more on that later. And just to go through a few common questions before we wrap this session. I know we're holding you back from your lunch. So a quick one. So the first question on our signal center is it available on mobile? So the thing is, the tools that we have mentioned from just now to now, all these will only be available on Phillip MT5 desktop. Okay, so they are not available on your MT5 mobile. Okay, so the second question is it difficult or is it tedious to download these plugins? So as we demonstrated earlier, it's really pretty easy. With only a few clicks, literally, the tool will be up and running. Okay, and the third one is, do you have to pay for this plugin? The answer is no. For every client of our Phillip MT5, you'd be able to use these tools for free. But there is one catch though. For Acuity Signal Center, currently it is available for both demo users and live users. But in time to come, pretty soon, the full features would only be available for live users. So for those who are trading on a demo platform, you would only have access to a limited or restricted amount of trade ideas. Okay, so that is for you to note, but the Trading Central would remain available for both demo and live. Okay, so the last question here is where can I read more about Acuity Signal Center? So I've shown you just now, it is on our Phillip Nova website. Go to platform, go to Phillip MetaTrader 5, and you'll be able to find out more about these trading tools. So thank you very much for joining us here today. If you have any questions, feel free to follow up to send us an email. And we noticed there are a couple Q&As in the meeting here. Due to interest of time, I will be replying to you via the email reply after this webinar. Okay, so I think with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us here today, and definitely hope that you'll be able to take advantage of these trading tools in your trading. Thank you very much. Have a great lunch.